Should you replay Kingmaker before this game? Yes, they're connected. You should. And it's a good game. I won't get burned out because I enjoy the genre. I won't get burned out. I'm burned out because I do not sleep. Because of my YouTube channel, because of the builds I did before the game was out. That's when I got burnt out. Not now. No, I haven't reached the Crusade system. So they removed the mob with a patch. Because it's fucking broken, they just smack enemies, mobs, and random numbers everywhere. You know it best, Dante. You've seen it all. Okay, before I start with leveling, if anyone has questions about builds, about anything at all, now is the time to ask. Because I really want to get into this Mythic Path. Babos. What character? You need to have 2 weapon fighting in order to have double slice. You can't get double slice without 2 weapon fighting. First you learn 2 weapon fighting. Improve 2 weapon fighting and you don't have double slice. What's the class? Can he be a lich? Have you watched, I don't know how many of you know, because it's my favorite TV show of all time, Only Fools and Horses, with Del Boy and Rodney. When Del Boy goes into that manor for that English lord and he asks for every painting, is that Da Vinci? Is that Da Vinci? Is that Da Vinci? That's how I feel whenever everyone asks me, can he be a lich? Can he be a lich? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Someone had to watch Only Fools and Horses. And at the end, when the Lord says it, that's a freaking Da Vinci. And now it's gonna be on my 3rd playthrough when I play a Lich. That's a freaking Lich. What will I go for? I don't have a fucking clue. You see, because of my choice, now Aeon is available. And it wasn't available when I decided to destroy the pillar. And now Aeon is available. That's the difference. So there is a difference, after all. Believe it or not, there is a difference. Improved 2 weapon fighting disables double slice. That's bad. Better with double slice. And then you get improved double slice. Yeah. Shit. I don't know how many times I watched Only Fools and Horses. My guess, every episode around 50 times or so. Don't know if I watched anything else in my life more than that, to be honest. What the fuck do we do with a Mythic level? What do you people think about Mythic level? What would pair well with a War Priest? Hey. I think Dance Macabre would pair well because of negative energy. Insight. But it doesn't fit my role. Natrax, thanks for the follow. Instrument of Freedom sounds like the best deal for me. Since I'm playing a freaking War Priest. Holy damage, bypass damage reduction. On the second mythic rank, those characters become closer to Azatas that live in Elysium, gaining resist electricity. +4 bonus to their saving throws against mind affecting spells. I hate mind affecting spells. I fucking hate them. Greater Dispel. That would be good for a cleric. Force Reality. Very, very good for a cleric. Close to Heaven still. This is like definitely for a paladin. It's for a paladin build. Abyss would be something for a Blood Rager or Barbarian. But for me it's Instrument of Freedom. Azata Bralani, Freedom Child. Mythic characters that draw power from freedom become closer to Azatas that live in Elysium, gaining resist electricity. And +4 bonus to the saving throws against mind affecting effect. Yes! Yes, it's gonna be Instrument of Freedom. Here we go with this bullshit now. Now we pick this. Abundant Casting. Learn the way to increase the number of spells you can cast per day. 4 more spells per day of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd ranks. Each. Shit. Always a chance. Your attacks are now less affected by luck. You don't automatically miss when you roll 1 on an attack roll. Archmage Armor. You're a master of the Mage Armor spell. Whenever you cast Mage Armor on yourself, it gives additional armor bonus to your mythic rank. Ascendant Element. Okay. This is classic. Ascendant Summons for a Conjurer. Battle Meditation. Able to channel your mythic powers into invigorating and coordinating your allies. Benefit. As a standard action, you can enter a state of battle meditation. While in this state, you're unable to move, lose your dexterity bonus to armor class, and count as being staggered. All allies, this is not for me. But it's very good for a cleric when you run out of spells. For a classy Theurgos or something like that. Give bonus to attack and damage rolls and saving throws against fear effects equal. This is great for Oracle, for example. Best jokes, you're a master of Hideous Laughter spell. When they fail a saving throw against Hideous Laughter, another random enemy within 30 feet of the target is affected by the same spell. The chain continues as long as the targets continue to fail their saving throws. You immediately disable at least one enemy. Boundless Healing. Your healing is no longer affected by common limitations. Whenever you cast a Cure Wound spells or another healing spell, it becomes Reach as though using a Reach spell. The amount of hit points it now restores depends entirely on your caster level and disregards any limits in the original spell. You can also alter a spell with a range touch, close, medium to increase its range by 1 category, using the following order: touch, close, medium, and long. Brutality Incarnate. The wounds you inflict with your natural attacks. Fuck natural attacks and druids and everything that has to do with claws, bites, nails, and similar crap. Cleaving shot. Each time you deal crit with your ranged weapon, or reduce the target to 0 hit points, you deal your weapon damage to all other enemies in 10-foot radius. Interesting. Dimensional Retribution. You leave a mystical link with enemy spellcaster that lets you instantly move to them. Every time you're targeted by an enemy spell, you gain the ability to teleport to the spellcaster as a move action for the next round. If you position well, you don't need it. It's high utility Dimensional Retribution. Lan is gonna get Cleaving Shot. But you need to be in a point blank and close to the fight if you want to make it work and actually shoot everyone around you. You got no weapon finesse. You need weapon finesse. Are you dual wielding with what? Natrax, thanks for the sub. What do you mean, what do you keep when you wild shape into an elemental? What is there to keep when you wild shape? You wild shaped. Strength focus slayer. Then no weapon finesse for you. Distracting shots. Ranged weapon attacks are dangerous enough for the enemy to forget about melee threats. This is disgusting. If you hit an enemy with a ranged weapon, they receive a penalty to armor class against melee, equal to half your mythic rank for 1 round. Disgusting. Both distracting shots and cleaving shot. Freaking disgusting, both of them. Why have they put all the cool things to ranged? Goddamn archers have the best things. Domain Zealot. Move closer to your deity into the power it has over its divine domains. You can use abilities of your domains as swift action. What abilities do I use for my domain? I picked Torag. There are already swift actions. Elemental Barrage. You master the art of raining elemental spells on your foes. Find a way to empower them by combining different elements. Every time you deal energy damage to a creature, you apply an elemental mark. During the next 3 rounds, you deal energy damage to mark target with a different type of energy target deals. Okay, you need to switch all colors when you hit enemies. Burst them with everything you got, but not with the same spell. You need to keep changing spells for the 1d60 proc. Emergency help. In a dire situation, you can instantly make your way to a companion in danger and get them back into combat. 3 times per day is a move action you can teleport to an ally who has less than 30 hit points. Until the end of the next round, your first healing spell or ability is empowered and maximized, as though using Empower and Maximize. Shit. Enduring spells. You learn the way to prolong the effects of your beneficial spells. Effects of your spells on your allies that should last longer than an hour, but shorter than 24 hours, now last 24 hours. Wait. Effect of your spells on your allies that should last longer than an hour, but shorter than 24 hours. So if it's 10 minutes per level on a stone skin, it's gonna last for 24 hours after level 6. Stone skin for 24 hours. No fucking way. Enforce vigor. Some people motivate their companions by their mere presence, while you learn the pain is much more potent motivator. Benefit every time you damage an ally. For fucking real. They gain +2 mythic bonus on attack and damage rolls. You slap your allies to fight harder. Ever ready. Always ready to unleash some extra attacks. When you make an attack opportunity, gain a bonus on the attack roll and damage roll equal to your mythic rank. Nah, fuck attacks of opportunity. I can always trigger them. It depends. Your ranged weapon attacks exposes the enemy's vulnerable points. Every third hit with a ranged weapon against the same enemy deals additional damage per mythic rank. A leader. You're a beacon of hope for your comrades, and they perform better near you. Your allies within 50 feet of you gain a bonus equal to half of your mythic rank. +1 to their initiative, their saving throws against mind effect, and their concentration checks. Initiative saving throws against mind and concentration. Last stand. Mission is too important to fall in battle, and your mythic powers let you endure unbelievable things. Once per day, when your HP drops low, you become unkillable. For 2 rounds, you become immune to damage that would make you unconscious. How many times per day? Once per day. Your strikes make cracks in the enemy existence, leaving weak points for your allies to strike. Every time you hit a target in melee, you leave a mark on it. And the ally attacking the marked target deals additional. Imagine how this pairs well with precise strikes. And it's divine damage with leading strike. Limitless rage. Your rage knows neither limits nor bounds. You no longer have a limited amount of rage rounds per day. What? Are they fucking crazy? Barbarian can rage non-stop? You can rage non-stop as a barbarian. That's broken. Your mythic powers can negate any magic around you. Activating this ability grants you magic immunity and dispels any spell effects on you. Shapeshifter. Shapes to utmost. Whenever you become the target of polymorph, all the physical ability scores adjustments are modified by +4. Very good for transmuting spells. Mythic Charge. Your charge carries the weight of your mythic powers. Charge attacks will deal additional divine damage per mythic rank. You learn to utilize the real power of the shadows. Your shadow spells are 20% more real. Ranging shots. Every time you miss an enemy with a ranged weapon attack, your aim improves, giving you a stacking +1 bonus on attacks against the same enemy up to a maximum of your mythic rank. And again, I claim how ranged have best freaking mythic abilities in the game, at least for the start. It's broken. All 4 of them are fucking broken. I always watch when I hear a notification, Iggy. And I'll change it. You know how lazy I am. Especially when it comes to adjusting settings and similar shit. You get fatigued with rage till level 17. But you can rage non-stop. And you can cure fatigue non-stop with the correct team. You can create a surge of mythic power. You can create a surge of mythic powers that frees you from all magical restraints. 3 times per day, you automatically dispel any effects that make you frightened, dazed, sick and shaken, staggered, nauseated, stunned, paralyzed, or confused. The bigger they are, the easier they are to hit for you. Again, for ranged, you gain a bonus in your attack rolls with ranged weapons equal to the penalty to armor class the target receives from their size, if any. Why is it so broken for ranged? First one for monk. Once per round, where melee attack misses the target. You deal 2d6 plus 1d6 per 2 mythic rank sonic damage to all enemies in 10 feet radius. Are you shitting me? When I miss. So every time when I miss, I'll hit. And every time when I hit, this shit won't trigger. Does that mean I'll always get a hit? It says once per round. Whenever you miss, you hit. And wherever you hit, you don't get this. Thundering blows. Unrelenting assault. As long as you keep fighting, the power of melee attacks keeps growing. Every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack. Gain a stacking plus 2 bonus damage rolls with melee weapons. Up to a maximum plus 10. That lasts until the end of combat. Your inner fortitude is so strong that it lets you overcome most debilitating conditions. At any time, you will become paralyzed, you become staggered. If you become nauseated, you become sickened. You become shaken instead of frightened. I'm thinking between Thundering Blows and Leading Strike, because Leading Strike is also extremely good. But I'll take Thundering Blows. There's nothing like for a pure tank, you know. Not a single spell for a pure tank. Something that gives for shield, for example. Nothing for shield. I play a freaking shield better, there is no shield mythic ability. What were they thinking? That they gave everything to ranged? And let's say this Thundering Blows and the leading thing, the mages also have something cool. Healers have a lot of mythic abilities. But tanks don't have a single mythic ability. Not a single one. Take Thundering Blows. Done. What's our level? Do you got new ones? You got a Abundant Smite. Bypass epic damage reduction. Learn the way to increase the number of uses of Smite Evil. Domain Zealot. Distracting shots. Expose vulnerability. A ranged weapon. Do I give you Thundering Blows still? Or do I give you a leader? I'm gonna give you a Leading Strike. Because I wanted to take Leading Strike. Maybe I should have reversed it, but fuck it. Just fuck it. Who have I clicked? Monk. Ah. The bigger they are. Ranging shots. Every time you miss an enemy with a ranged weapon, your aim improves. Stacking bonus so you can actually hit. You know what? Land hurts. But he tends to miss a lot. And with this, he can actually score a hit. Distracting shots will get a penalty to armor class against melee attacks equal to half your mythic rank. Cleaving shot, critical damage. Or reduce the target is 0. You deal your weapon damage to all other enemies in 10 feet radius. I'll take... Expose vulnerability also for ranged weapons is freaking broken. Every third hit with a ranged weapon against the same enemy deals additional damage for 2 mythic ranks. But for the first one, I want to make sure I hit enemies, so increasing hit chance. We're gonna improve aim. All of them are cool, to be honest. Eldritch Scoundrel. Now this is a good question. What to take? What to fucking take here? For Eldritch Scoundrel. Whenever you make an attack of opportunity, you can't be a leader, you're a fucking thief. And not allow that. Become unkillable, immune to damage that would make you unconscious. Charge. You learn to utilize the real power of shadows. Your shadow spells are 20% more real. What do you mean 20% more real? What? They were fake now, so now they're gonna be 20% more real. What is the benefit of being more real? You're harder to spot. We get thundering blows. I get it, I get it. Who have I took now? Scroll Savant. Increased number of spells you can cast per day. I believe it's that. We shouldn't go for anything else. There is Elemental Barrage. We go with Abundant Casting. 10-9-8. Jesus Christ. Now what I do with you? You also cast a lot. 9-9-8. Abundant Casting. I like abundant casting, it's broken, goddammit. That's 30 spells to cast. Not a joke. That's a lot.
Open your heart to me. You are my favorite aid. Anything new?
Luckily they don't use wisdom, since I'm out of restoration.
A bright future
Everyone
awaits
is
us.
mortal in this world, especially when I'm around.
And what remained out of this? It doesn't glow anymore. Eight hours passed. I also looted everything, by the way. All of that gear, just to sell that.
Make way. Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered nixing this little shindig, Beth?
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabris. And we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate. And he deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Mendev.
We did it together.
But someone did more than the rest of us. Don't deny your achievements. There will always be plenty of miserable folk only too happy to tear you down.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabris. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place?
It's simply unforgivable.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, breathe on this for me. For good luck.
Breathe on the stone. We need all the luck we can get.
Nice. I'll put it on display at home. Or maybe I'll make a hole in it and wear it as a pendant.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Well, a couple perhaps.
Iomede's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials. But I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
Queen Galpri.
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev.
Woman raises from her seat, approaches you and holds out her hand. Kiss her hand. The rumors of your beauty were not exaggerated.
Thank you for the compliment. So, This is what he looks like. The one all Mendev is talking about. News of your deeds reached me even before my messengers could.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabris will enjoy themselves today. And my reinforcements will ensure peace and order.
You join our celebration, Your Majesty.
Please, don't Your Majesty me. We are in a tavern, not my court in Nerosian. Address me as you would any comrade in arms. Concerning the celebration, as you can see, I already invited myself. I couldn't pass up the chance to meet the new hero all the Crusaders are talking about. And soon, not just Crusaders.
We're here celebrating while the demons might be planning their next campaign.
Oh, I do not doubt that, even for a moment. But we will not give them another chance to catch us off our guard. It is time to turn back the tide.
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Daskari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabris' crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Kionin and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to the hero of the evening. I did not come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate, but all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you, especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabris. Now, what are we drinking?
The fires of Canabris have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
That's a big map.
Rise, warriors. Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canabris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Golfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the Fifth Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss. The hero of Canobris, Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death. And now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed. There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
Dark Horn in my inventory, which is significantly better than the Masterwork Spiked Heavy Shield item your character equipped. When have I looked at that and what the fuck is that? What is a Dark Horn? Mio. Is that tutorial fucking around with me? Cause I don't see a better shield. I just don't see it. Ah, Crusader's camp. He wants to leave. Just in case, if he really wants to leave, okay. And what's wrong with him? He's got a mythic level too. And a regular level. And a mythic one. Choose one spell level 3 now. Animate Date, Arconora. 1 minute per level. Takes -2 penalty on attack rolls. Bestow Curse, Contagion, Serious Wounds, Delay Poison, Communal. Spell Magic, Magical Vestment. Prayer. Remove Curse, remove Disease, remove Blindness, Resist Energy, Communal. Searing Light, Summon Monster 3. I like Archon Zora, I like Animate Dead, and for fucking sure I like Prayer. I guess Poison, Delay, Communal will be needed for later, as well as Resist Energy, Communal. Removals, I can get them with scrolls, but we're gonna take Prayer, because Prayer is broken. Now let's see his Mythic Path. Abundant casting, I guess. There is that healer. That thing where you can teleport and heal. With abundant casting, 12, 10, 8. Well, 10, 8. For fucking real. 8 uses of prayer. Lesser restoration. Cure moderate wounds. Blast cure light. It's also good on him, you know. That thing that gives bonus slots. 1, 2, and 3. There is that thing where you become... What was it? A state of battle meditation. While in this state you're unable to move. You lose dexterity bonus to armor class and count as being staggered. All allies will gain a morale bonus to attack and damage rolls and saving throws against fear effects equal to 1 plus battle meditation. He is useless, he's there to heal, to channel energy, and to remove negative effects. Because he's completely useless in combat, he can be useful as a statue. Statue that boosts everyone around him. Although there are sure at least 3 or 4 good mythic feats to acquire for a healer. At least. Ember. We pick a new hex. I think it's gonna be an evil eye. Or misfortune. By evil eye, I believe it's better. Protective luck is also straight broken. Ward is great. There are so many good things to take. We're gonna get evil eye. So for level 3. I believe there is no better thing in the game than heroism. And for her Mythic Path, abundant casting is probably the best thing to take. For those extra spells. And what's a beneficial curse? This is only specific to witch. The curses can also be a blessing, and now you know how to use them. You gain an additional oracle curse because it's stigmatized witch. But it gives you no penalties. You can pick a curse without penalties. For fucking real. No penalties. I can take Hellbound without penalties. Can charm, immunity to fire. Immune to fatigue. Speed is never reduced by armor. Packs pustules to your list of second level oracle spells. Increases the DC of any disease effect. Powerless prophecy. Insight bonus on initiative. Glitter dust and mirror image. Confusion. Insanity. Immune to sick and immune to disease. Get bite damage. Game is fucking crazy. Do I still recommend War Priest? They have a lot of different kinds of War Priest and the base version of War Priest. I play Shield better, okay? Why wouldn't I recommend? They're great, but they differ. They're very different. Depends on the subclass. What do you mean, do I pretend to use all? Do I intend to use all companions? I intend to use all companions. Do I ever plan to sleep? Today I'll finish earlier. Definitely, because as you can see, I'm fucking dead. I woke up tired. Sicken. Fatigue. Or I just get extra spells. The extra uses of heroism is fucking broken. This is whatever. And this is whatever. No, I can't. Nah. Something else. Something else. It ain't good. I would take abundant casting. I don't like spells for a witch at all. They're useless. Witch Wandering Hex. You can make your patron give you additional powers. This will let you select any witch hex and grants you the ability to use the selected hex. You lose the ability to use the hex after choosing another hex with it. What? You can make your patron give you additional powers. This ability lets you select any witch hex and grants you the ability to use the selected hex. You lose the ability to use the hex after choosing another hex with this ability. You lose ability to use the hex after choosing another hex with this ability. The hex I pick, I lose ability to use it if I choose another hex with Witch Wandering Hex. So you can't stack them, you can only take one. And It lets you select any witch hex while in combat. I don't need it. I don't need it. I guess you can select any witch hex, and you're not supposed to choose any other hex when you level up. That's how it works. It gives you all hexes. I'm not sure I would need to test though. And now it's not the time to test, so... what did I say? Not abundant casting. Beneficial curse, some out of this. Bonus on saving throws, bonus on saving throws, immune to fatigue, Pax Pustules. The DC of any disease effect you create. You're immune to the effects of diseased. For inside bonus on initiative, improved uncanny dodge. Add glitter dust and mirror image to your list of spells known. We take pranked. And we immediately receive new spells. Which I like a fucking lot, you know. I need to take a piss. And we gotta explore the camp. Can't wait to see what's there. Be right back. Very, very fast. News. News. Get your shit.